Welcome to the Daily Business and Finance Show. Treasury tumbles, Druckenmiller criticizes Yellen's historic misstep, Biden greenlights Dominion's offshore wind project. Lumen stumbles on earnings miss, while AMD slides amid gaming weakness. Enterprise Products unveils $3.1 billion growth capital projects amid Permian expansion, despite GAAP EPS shortfall. Tesla triumphs in California autopilot case as Redfin and Zillow dip following Missouri verdict. Stay tuned after the short ad break to delve deeper into these headlines and more. Stanley Druckenmiller, a billionaire investor, has voiced criticism towards Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary. He accuses her of failing to secure long-term U.S. debt at low interest rates during 2021 and labels this as a historic mistake. According to Druckenmiller, this oversight is responsible for the current U.S. debt crisis, and he cautions that government interest expenses could rise if rates persist at their current levels. In the face of high inflation and skyrocketing U.S. debt, he dismisses politicians' assurances of not reducing entitlements as mere fantasy.
The United States Interior Department has given the go-ahead to Dominion Energy's Coastal Virginia offshore wind project. This project is the largest of its type, with the ability to power more than 900,000 homes using 2.6 gigawatts of wind energy. Although there may be potential disruptions to local fishing and wildlife, there are measures in place to lessen these impacts. The approval of this project signifies progress towards completing reviews for a total of 16 offshore wind projects by the year 2025.
Lumen Technologies' third quarter results reveal a non-GAAP earnings per share of -9 cents, falling short of estimates by 15 cents. However, the revenue of $3.64 billion surpassed expectations by $30 million. Revenue from the enterprise channel increased to $2.124 billion from last quarter's $2.100 billion, indicating substantial year-on-year growth despite divestments in 2022. The outlook for 2023 includes an adjusted EBITDA of up to $4.8 billion and a potential free cash flow of up to $200 million.
Shares of AMD have seen a decline of over 4% as a result of a pessimistic forecast for the upcoming quarter. This is believed to be partially due to difficulties within the gaming sector. Despite surpassing analyst predictions with an adjusted earnings of 70 cents per share on revenue totaling $5.8 billion, thanks in part to robust sales from Ryzen 7000 series PC processors and server processors, shares in AMD's rivals Intel and Nvidia also experienced a downturn. For Q4, AMD is projecting revenue in the vicinity of $6.1 billion, which falls short of the anticipated $6.4 billion due to persistent challenges in gaming. However, they are forecasting significant growth within the data center segment.
Enterprise Products Partners has announced its intention to invest a sum of $3.1 billion in 4 new ventures. These include 2 natural gas processing plants and a pipeline, all aimed at supporting production growth in the Permian Basin. The firm anticipates these facilities to be fully operational by the year 2025. Despite third-quarter earnings not meeting estimates and experiencing a 22% drop in revenue, co-CEO Jim Teague maintains an optimistic outlook due to high volumes and reduced utility costs. In a recent verdict, a jury from California determined that the autopilot system of Tesla was not responsible for a deadly crash that occurred in 2019. A lawsuit demanding damages worth $400 million was brought forward by 2 survivors who sustained severe injuries. The defense put forth the argument that the driver had consumed alcohol and there wasn't any proof to suggest that the autopilot function was active during the incident.
A verdict by a jury in Missouri against the National Association of Realtors, along with 2 brokerages, Home Services of America and Keller Williams, has resulted in accusations of inflated commission rates. This has subsequently caused a substantial decrease in shares for both Redfin and Zillow. The parties found guilty have been instructed to pay approximately $1.8 billion as damages. This could potentially set the stage for an increase in class action lawsuits.
And that's a wrap on the Daily Business and Finance Show. Stay invested, stay informed, until we meet again tomorrow. Keep thriving in your ventures. I'm Montgomery Jones.
And I'm Amalia Dupre. It's been a pleasure, until we meet again tomorrow. This content is sourced from the Seeking Alpha website, so support our podcast by becoming a Seeking Alpha Premium subscriber. See the show notes page for links to sign up. This episode is produced by Classic Studios. Check out our other podcasts in our network at classicstudios.com.